I'm starting a brand new company that has over $100,000 a month in payroll. And this company doesn't sell any products and it is not going to generate any revenue for itself. And despite all that, by creating this company, I believe it's going to allow all of my other companies to reach all new levels and potentially do over 9 figures one day. So I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes of the video that I sent every single employee across all my companies so they know exactly what we're about to do. What's going on, everyone? So this is the first ever State of the Union address across all of the companies. I've realized as we've grown bigger and bigger, it's much harder for me to communicate with all of you guys individually because we just have so much stuff going on. So I figure it's better to do things like this. That way everyone is on the same page and understands the vision for what we're doing. And there's been a lot of changes in the last month, and I haven't really talked too much about why we're making those changes. Some of you guys may feel in the dark on some of them, maybe uncertain about the future. So I want to clear all of that up so everyone can see kind of what I'm seeing. And I'm really excited for what we're about to do because I don't think it's ever been done, and I think that it's going to lead to some really great things for the companies and for you and your future as well. So to do that, I think for this very first one, it's important to understand the big picture of it, like where we've come from to get to this point, where do we currently stand, and what I see happening. So let's just jump into it. You know, in the past, I never anticipated building all these companies. You guys know all I wanted to do was play baseball. Never thought I would be this social media guy or this entrepreneur starting all these companies. I didn't have any vision to do that. I didn't have any training to do that. And I've just been figuring it out as we've gone along. But the beauty is, as we've gone along, it's gotten easier and easier with each new company we've started. You know, when I started Home Run Offer and I started flipping houses by myself, I didn't know how to hire people. I didn't know how to manage cash flows. I didn't know how to do, accounting and marketing and sales. Like, nobody ever taught me. So I had to figure it out all on my own. And when you look at how long Home Run Offer took to get to where it's at, we didn't really have a true company until 5 years after I started flipping houses. It took a long time, but guess what? What we learned from Home Run Offer was able to, make every company that much better and easier because of all those lessons. Same thing happened with Forever Home. It took a while to grow Forever Home because we didn't really know what we were doing. Future Flipper, even as successful it is today, did not start out that way. We did not know how to market to get, potential customers. I didn't want to be a guru. We didn't know how to sell people. I didn't want to be too salesy. We didn't know how to do funnels or DMs or anything that we do today. We've had to learn it along the way. But guess what? All those lessons that we learned from those companies made the next batch of companies just ready to pop the moment they started. When I started Lunar popped right out the gate because of all the hard work those companies did. Pineda Capital jumped right off the gate because of the reputation that we built with Home Run and all the other companies. Social media jumped right off the gate because of all of the Facebook videos I did in the previous years that no one saw. So all the hard work to this point has led us to this moment in time where when we start something, it's pretty much guaranteed to pop. And I don't want to say guaranteed, but we have pretty much dominated every time we start something new. So our biggest advantage to this point has been we have all these multiple companies. We're not just one, individual company in one specific industry trying to focus on all these things. No, the biggest advantage is that we have all of these companies that are making each one better. And here's what I mean by that. So our competitive advantage is that we get to learn, okay? So when Future Flipper learns how to market and use funnels on Instagram to DM and set up all these systems, guess what? When we want to go do that for TrueBooks or Lunar, we already know how to do it. They don't have to learn it themselves and spend years like Future Flipper did. Instead, they can learn it in one day. That is such a huge advantage that people don't realize. The same thing is true with, what we've learned at Home Run. It's going to make Pineda Capital pop right off the bat because we know how to do asset management. We know how to raise money. Like, we've already learned it for 7 years, 8 years at Home Run. We don't have to go learn it again at Pineda Capital. So all of the lessons that we keep learning in each company make the other companies better as long as we are communicating properly. So another thing with communicating and making things easier, cross-sells. We know that a lot of our clients are customers in multiple companies, right? That's a cross-sell. TrueBooks didn't have to go get a new client and try and find a new lead. Instead, Future Flipper already had that client. TrueBooks was able to give that client value through a Future Flipper event or Zoom, and then boom, TrueBooks has a new customer. Same thing. All these Lunar people are usually people that are in the other companies. So the ability to cross-sell and do that at an even higher level is just a huge competitive advantage that no one else has. We don't have to go get new leads every day like everyone else and spend all this money on marketing. Another advantage is employee opportunities, right? Many of you have worked between multiple companies, and many of you have failed at your original company only to thrive at the new company. Just other companies can't offer that, right? If you don't make it work in one company, you're out. Like, you got to go find a new job. But with us, we're able to see who fits where across multiple companies if we like that person, if they've got a good attitude, they fit our core values, we can tell they're hungry, they were just in the wrong role. And it's also created opportunities to move up. I've talked about the COOs in these companies. They started at the bottom, and over the years, they've moved their way up. You've seen Noelle start literally as an admin making $1,500 a month, to being the COO of all these different things. She worked her way up. And so the amount of opportunities for employees to move up or across companies is so big that no one else really has. And it makes it unique that, even if maybe you're not doing that well in a job, or if you're too good for your job, there's always a way to help you get to the next level when that opportunity arises. Because as you know, we're always growing and trying to create new opportunities. Other competitive advantage would be social media. We all understand this, The power of social media creates so many opportunities for leads, for marketing, for sale. It makes everyone's lives easier being able to sell to somebody who's already convinced, that they want to buy from us, right? Like, salespeople have such an easier job than another company where they have to not only convince that person that they're legit or that, the company's legit and all this stuff and you guys have such an easier time selling than 99% of other companies because of social media. But the way that all of this is going to really tie in together is from the formation of the parent company. This is going to be what brings all the competitive advantages and 10x's them. So where are we at today? Well, officially we just started the Pineda Company. That is our parent company. Just got the LLC and all that. We've been hiring all of these people in the Pineda Company. And really, it's just a way to bring all these competitive advantages together. And what is the Pineda Company's focus? Well, it's literally just to help you and your companies. It's to help the sibling companies. Pineda Company doesn't have a product or a service. Their product is helping you get better and make products. And so we've hired HR. Well, HR is the last position we're hiring, I should say. We're in the interview process. But we've built out a huge IT department. We've built out a sales department, a marketing department, emails, media, operations, and legal. If every company tried to do that on their own, okay, it's really hard to hire all those people. It takes time away from the COOs and everyone else trying to hire these people. And quite frankly, most companies just couldn't afford to hire all those people because it's so costly. In fact, we're spending over $100,000 a month in overhead between salaries and softwares and all these things to make the parent company what it needs to be to help you guys get to the next level. So I'm really excited about that because literally nobody has that you're competing with. No one has that level of power in the parent company and that level of ability to learn. Like I said, when we learn how to email the right way, TrueBooks doesn't have to go learn how to email the right way. Future Flipper doesn't need to learn how to email the right way. In fact, we can have one guy who can handle all of those because he knows the right way. So it's really cool that we have this because no one else does. And it's going to create better communication. There's a reason we're switching all of our CRMs over. It's because we need to know who our customers are across all the sibling companies so that we can cross-sell, we can create new funnels. And I truly believe, even without getting any new leads, we can 3x our revenue just from communicating better across all the companies with all of these cross-sell funnels and just different systems and processes. The moment someone signs up for Future Flipper, okay, they should immediately be getting a call from TrueBooks because they need to get their tax stuff set up. They need LLCs, they need this stuff, yet we don't do it. So creating systems like that, creating a system where they get a free consultation call to learn about Lunar Ecom. People we know with a high net worth, they should be getting a call from Pineda Capital immediately. TrueBooks knows how much they make, right? But these things haven't had time to happen because we didn't have the parent company to oversee all of these things. So, at the end of the day, I think the Pineda Company is the ultimate competitive advantage that no one else has. And it is going to make you guys in all of the sibling companies absolutely lethal in what we do. And so that is one of the biggest things I'm doing. And along with that, one of our biggest expenses is the IT department. We are creating softwares and different things that are going to make you guys so much more efficient in your companies and make your lives so much easier. And we're working with the COOs on those different softwares and things. So I think your jobs are going to get easier and you're going to become more efficient in what you do with a lot of these tech things that we're going to implement. So, another thing that just happened in the present is Forever Home. So, Forever Home, when we first started, if you would have told us we'd had 200 agents and, the business model is what it is, I'd be like, man, that's great. We killed it. But now with where we're at today, it just did not make sense. Forever Home had to be revamped because it didn't utilize really any of our competitive advantages. It didn't let us go nationwide. And with social media as one of our big competitive advantages, that's just to only go after 1% of the market because it's local when we can go after the 99% by just switching to real. It's not even a question of why it makes more sense. But along with that, being able to build a massive community of these realtors nationwide with the Wealthy Agent, which is going to be the education company for realtors, that community is going to be so big because the value proposition is so large that anyone who joins Real gets to join the Wealthy Agent for free. Imagine if you could join Future Flipper for free, right? Just by being a realtor. That's the kind of value they're going to get. So, along with that, those agents, they're going to bring deals. They're going to raise money with Pineda Capital. They might have buyers. They're going to buy education, tax, ecom stores, etc. You get it. So that's why the brokerage is shifting. It just is like a no-brainer from a big picture perspective and using our competitive advantages. So what does the future hold? Well, as far as more companies go, we're only going to create sibling companies that can feed other companies and use our built-in competitive advantages. So if it doesn't fit our box of being able to help the other companies and amplify them, I ain't doing it because I know that even if that company makes X amount of money, I need every company that we start to make X amount of money plus amplify the existing companies because now the math is stupid. So it has to do that. The NFT project that we're working on is going to be community-based and, tie into that. And I'll just say that you guys will be beneficiaries of this NFT project. I can't say fully how it's going to be, but just know we are thinking about you guys as employees. And I'm kind of treating the NFT project like stock options, and that you guys get the opportunity to buy into it. At the stupid cheap price, and that way you can ride up the appreciation after launch and stuff. So, that's what I'll say about that. And for me, the next companies really are just going to be metaverse and crypto companies. That's the next phase of things that we're not currently tapped into that are going to be huge. And Future Flipper is currently working on their media company. Now, the conclusion is this. What got us to this level won't be what takes us to the next level, okay? The goal for me is to get Pineda Company to over $100 million revenue by 2023. That's the goal, and I think it's totally possible. I think that this year we should be able to do half of that with all the current companies, and I think if we do what we're supposed to do and these things execute the way that I think they can, there's no reason that can't happen. And I think that the opportunities are going to be massive for you guys within the company, whether it's just getting better resources for what you do and more leads. Even if you stay in your same role, I think that you're going to be able to make more money, or opportunities to, ascend or, cross over to different things that we see, as a good fit. So we're flexible and ready for change. You need to be too. And, just embrace all the resources from the Pineda Company that we have. That's why I'm building it out. It's for you guys to grow and do better. And let's crush it. So that's all I got for you guys on this very first State of the Union. I hope that clears up why we're doing what we're doing and how it's going to impact you. It's a really exciting time, and it's going to be a bright future. So make sure you guys are ready for it, and I'll see you guys back on Monday.